I want to tap into this idea of imposter syndrome in the queer community
Mm,
because it feels like it's definitely an issue because in the queer community you have a lot of these stories coming out where they felt you know gay for so long but didn't know what it was exactly. You hear a lot of times these people coming out stories and they're like, I just knew that I was different, or I just knew that I was not like everybody else, this and that. You hear that's a very common
mhm.
narrative. How do you distinct that from this imposter syndrome versus actually dealing with your true sexuality or true gender?
I think it starts when we're younger. I think people are afraid that, if we talk about trans stuff when kids are younger, they're going to get confused. But honestly, we've been teaching kids that if you kiss a frog, it's going to turn into a human. Or if you dance with a beast, it's going to turn into a human. So
Right.
kids, if you tell them, like, oh, sometimes boys feel like girls and sometimes girls feel like boys and sometimes they don't feel like either, kids will usually say, like, oh, okay, and then just move on.
Yeah.
I mean, we had these same conversations. Like, sometimes people have two mommies and some people have two daddies, and families come in all different shapes and sizes. And so it's like, if we start off that way, then we give that freedom for people to just be who they are and who they feel comfortable with.